Eric, the actor's on the phone, but it's getting fatiguing. He's like...
What does he want?
I feel bad not picking him up every time, but I can't pick him. Eric, every time I go to the phone, you're there. It's like... And then if I don't pick up, I get all these emails. You don't pick up my phone. And... Eric, you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm calling because of the fact that you shut me down last week when I was trying to request something.
Yeah, I know. It's just sometimes it takes so long, you know. Like sometimes I have time to talk to you, but sometimes I don't. And you don't seem to get that I'm doing a show and I have a pace to the show. And I don't know. It's just difficult
to do. It would take a fucking retard not to realize that you're doing a show. I realize you're doing the show, jackass.
No, you don't, because then you write letters that if I keep you on for 5 minutes, you're like, I only got 5 minutes and I had many things to say. You don't get that I do a show. So then you are a jackass.
No, I get it.
We sound
then
like...
why are you upset if you get it?
Because I get constantly asked by people on Twitter and on Facebook, have you called in today? People want to hear me on regardless if you think they do or not.
Yeah, but Twitter and Facebook, I don't care what people say on there. They're just...
They're your fans, you idiot.
Yeah, but I don't do the show by the 5 people who like you. Why am I explaining myself to him? How would he ever understand? When he gets a show to do, he does the world's worst show. Anyway, what can I do for you, Eric?
This weekend, this upcoming weekend, your guest for tomorrow is going to be a part of the TNA pay-per-view in Phoenix, Arizona.
Right.
I would like to be there at that pay-per-view, and I would like to have had Howard TV cover it, me being there. And I would have liked to have interviewed the wrestlers and the female and male wrestlers.
I've explained to Eric, I've explained to you before. Some things we cover you doing, and some we don't. Like when we got you that TV show that you acted in, we covered that. One of your worst appearances, it's usually when you're interviewing people. You don't ask controversial questions. You don't even
ask interesting questions.
Yeah, you don't. When we write outrageous questions about people's sex lives and stuff, you won't ask them. It's boring, and we can't use the material, and it's too much for our budget to go out and cover you if it's going to be that bad. I've explained that. You're not willing to ask questions that are interesting. It's basically an opportunity for you to hang out with wrestlers that you enjoy.
Right, to get to meet people you admire.
Well,
that's not very entertaining for us.
Yeah, and you sit there and go, I love you.
And then you give them a list of all the movies you've seen them in.
Right. I mean, how many times have I explained this?
Can I make another point, too?
Yeah.
Like, you want to be our correspondent, right? So a correspondent we send to things that we think they should go to. You don't want to go to anything we want to send you to, but only the things you want to go to.
That's a good point. We need a guy who's going to get in there and ask, funny questions.
You really...
And we're willing to write you the questions, but you're not willing to say them.
He's sort of using the show as like a travel agency vacation thing.
Right.
Like he really wants to go to this, so he'll say, well, I'll ask questions.
And can you imagine if we really did want to cover this event? Like, the hell he'd put us through?
Here's the thing. If you guys are thinking, oh, we don't want to pay for plane tickets, I can handle that because one of your fans that I met at the Ronnie Block Party shows, she's a female flight, and it was Southwest and could get buddy passes for...
Yeah, but Eric, you're not understanding. For us to take part of our budget for Howard TV, like, I would have to, I could probably produce another cartoon or something on Howard TV that people love. But for us to take part of our budget to fly down and cover you, which is basically great for you because then you get to be like a big star there and people pay attention to you and we take care of you. Instead of doing that, I can do 20 other things And I know it's going to be a bust because when you get around these guys, you're not going to ask one funny question we put you up to.
Right, and also add to the fact that you're taking the writing staff away for an hour or whatever it is. They're going to write questions for him that he's not going to
ask. Yeah, which, you know, our guys who write for the show, you know, we put a lot of effort into this. And then you kind of disappoint us and don't ask any of the questions.
Here's something that you, for some reason, neglect to realize. You realize, or you don't realize, I should say, that you have a lot of fans within TNA and also WWE, plus a lot of the fans that watch these programs.
Yeah, but they don't want to be bored by you.
Right. In other words, if I were gonna cover this event, as you say, for our fans, I would send Wolfie, who's interesting and funny, and ask the questions we give him.
Right, and he'll probably get thrown out, which is even funnier. You're a fan going to a TNA event asking, you know, sycophantic questions.
Trying not to piss off the people you love.
Sycophantic. That's Cinco. I got so, let Eric will just stay on the line. I'll get back to him. I got so pissed off yesterday. Yeah, ask NBC Radio what happened when I left. Look what happened at Viacom and their great radio division when I left. Right, Eric?
Yeah.
Yes. I give up. Look who I'm talking to, Eric. He doesn't care. He just wants us to go with those wrestlers.
No. Did you watch the Hulk Hogan sex tape?
No, I do not.
What?
He's lying. You know what? I heard Eric mumble under his breath. He went, well, now I can officially cross off seeing Hulk Hogan's penis on my bucket list.
Not at all.
That's not true?
Nope.
No. Who knew Bubba was so generous? I thought he was kidding when he said you could fuck my wife.
Really? No, I thought he meant it.
Most guys want to lend you a vacuum cleaner, some tools, you know, whatever.
Don't even.
This guy, he's...
You know, they don't even want to share their tools.
Well, let's just say we don't know exactly who was in the tape. We don't know if Bubba was involved or not. We, you know, all the legal stuff. I wish Bubba could come on and talk about it, but he has declined because of his divorce agreement.
No wonder they had to have that divorce agreement. They were tough to talk about.
Eric, if you ever do see the tape, you're going to be very upset with the quality. Evidently, if it is Bubba shooting this stuff, he's shooting in black and white. Either he's a film auteur or he's got bad equipment.
Right. Now, one reason why I was hoping you guys would do this is because I'm involved with TNA right now, trying to get money for your favorite charity, the North Shore Animal League.
Yeah, Eric, I just got to be honest with you. You know, for you to go be a correspondent at the TNA event, we just kind of made a determination. We don't think that would be a comedy gold mine. We just kind of feel you go there and you get a lot out of it. You love meeting the actors and you love asking them, you know, wrestling questions because you are respectful to them. But we just don't think we're going to get enough bang for our buck. All right.
Well, just to let you know, that segment that I'm talking about airs tomorrow on TNA's website. TNA Live is what you look for to see me making predictions on who will win the matches at the pay-per-view.
Can't they just tell you?
I got to be honest with you. What did he say, Robin?
He's going to tell us he's going to make predictions as to who will win the wrestling matches.
Oh. Yeah, well, yeah, that's right. Robin's right. They can tell you that in advance. You don't even have to make predictions.
The person that I made the predictions against is their announcer, and he doesn't know who's winning.
But the winner's already been determined.
It's predetermined.
But only the writers themselves know, no one else.
I just feel Eric isn't... all right, I got to go, Eric. I don't think Eric's professional enough to handle this job on Howard TV, based on some of the other shows he's done. This is his Eric... Eric.
I want a clear shot to prove to you that I can be as effective as an interviewer as anyone on Access Hollywood
All right, I'm going to play some tape of. Eric, I'm going to play some tape of one of your past shows. This is your American Idol show, and let's see if we think you really are professional enough.
Well, okay, there's
Let's listen. Let's listen.
You are now tuning February 1st. They're in Denver auditioning people. And
it's a good show, but not our thing.
He gets
I was going to say, this is one of his better shows.
Jack Black a lot.
You like this show?
The thing, when I did that show and I did the little interview of the friends, I was reading the questions. That's what you want me to do, is read the questions.
Yeah, but you pick the questions you're comfortable with.
And you notice how slow I was at doing that. I'm better at doing questions off the cuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
and
your questions are terrible.
Your questions are terrible, and you just suck everyone's balls.
But they come out a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It's less entertaining.
Let me listen to one of your old tapes and let me make a decision if you're professional enough to go handle this job. Here's Eric, the actor's country show.
Okay, the next song is by Josh Grace, and season 2 is by American Idol contestant.
This is where the music is drowning Eric out.
This is another good show.
Another good. You like that show? It's like. Let's get back
to see what Eric is like with a star, you should play his conversation with Tia Carrere.
Oh, yeah, he was brilliant in that one. You totally froze when you met Tia Carrere. Totally.
I think he totally froze just now.
How do you respond to that criticism?
I don't believe I did.
Mm-hmm. Let's get back to the country show. This is where Eric forgets the artists that he's playing.
Okay, so that song in my head by Joanne Huff, and now Something for Change by Sarah Evans.
What a show.
Eighth most popular song.
No, I don't think we're going to be sending you down to the TNA event.
No.
Hey, by the way, did you read Diana DeGarmo, your girlfriend, married Ace Young? They both appeared on American Idol, and he proposed.
They're married already.
Yeah.
They didn't even give Eric a chance.
Oh, they set a wedding date.
Oh, they set a wedding date.
Yeah,
Eric still could get in there and make his plea.
What do you make of that, Eric? Were you disappointed?
Well, that's good for her.
Yeah. I know you had quite the crush on her. You used to call her home quite a bit. Almost, dare we say, bordering on stalking.
No.
Hey, Eric, didn't you call her mother?
Yes, but that was to try to get her as a guest for this show that I did.
And if it was just a guest thing, why did she block you on Twitter, Diana DeGarmo?
Because of all the fakes they were fucking with her, and she confused mine for the fakes. Duh.
Right. That is true. All right, Eric, I got to go. The answer is no. We are not going to cover your wrestling event.
Yeah, you're showing all, or playing all the bad examples when there's two good examples, one of which Johnny knows of, and then the other is...
Well, I'm sorry.
Shuey
I was going to say, what are the good examples?
Yeah, when were those?
Shuey on a
Eric, I gotta go. I mean, I've already devoted 25 minutes to this.
All right.
All right. Thank you. I'm sorry. We can't send you to everything. With only some things. But I applaud you for being able to handle no in a professional manner. Thank you.
Right.
All right. That's Eric, the actor. I know it's a disappointment for him.
Yeah, he was looking forward to that, I'm sure.